Hello, Penny Jane Love here. Today I am doing a Noriko Collection color comparison of 10 different colors in the Noriko Collection that is a part of Rene of Paris. I only have 8 here, and the reason why is because I completely forgot I was going to do this color comparison video, and so one of my friends came over about a week ago and traded me 2 Noriko Kates for May and Jolie, which I had because I love Kate. So I'm wearing Kate by Noriko right now, and Kate I think is probably my new favorite short wig. I really love this piece, and I will be uploading a review of Kate on Wednesday. But I completely forgot when I traded with her that I was going to do a color comparison video, and she lives like an hour away. But I have reviewed both of those wigs and I have the clips, so I will be able to show you those 2 colors up close and everything and tell you about them. I just won't have them with me here in this review, but we're still going to look at these and do a good comparison about them. I don't know about you guys, but one of the most aggravating things for me with my wig wearing is there's been several times that the colors have really not turned out the way that I thought they were going to when I received them in the mail. And this is so aggravating. I think it's one of the biggest aggravations. And about a week ago, on my Instagram page, I showed pictures of me and 4 different Reeses. And it was amazing to me how color really does make a big difference in how a wig looks on you. So I've been working really hard to learn the colors, because what I'm discovering is that you cannot really just look especially when you're purchasing online, you can't really just look at the color swatches that they put online, because it's so hard to really tell what it's going to look like when you get it and when you get it on you. So what I'm trying to do is learn the colors the best that I can, so that I have a good idea in my head what those colors look like and the colors that I really like. So that's what I've been doing, and hopefully I'll give you some good ideas about the Noriko colors with this video. So give me just a moment. I'm going to switch over my set so that I can sit down and do a good job showing you all of this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's get this color comparison started. I thought that I would start with the blonde today. I have 2 blondes. I have blonde in Champagne R, and I have blonde in Sandalwood H. So first of all, let me give you a quick just description of what the color is. So for Champagne R, this Hailey is also in Champagne R. You're going to have a deep brown or darker medium to dark root, brown root, with a platinum blonde base. Now, when I look in the light here, it does look like there's kind of a blend of some golden highlights. And I thought that I saw them, but when I looked up the different descriptions of this color and did a little research, I didn't see any that really said that this color had any highlights in it. And so when I looked at it again, I'm not sure that it does. I think it's just a pure, some people call it a champagne blonde. I kind of call it a platinum blonde. You know, but I do think, like, even right there, there is a little bit of a highlight in there. And so I think that, you know, it is definitely a platinum blonde, but there might be a slight mix of a really light kind of platinum blonde and maybe a ash blonde. So this is my favorite blonde Noriko color. So here's a video of me outside in the sun with Champagne R. Okay, so again, Champagne R, you're going to have a champagne or a platinum blonde base with some, maybe a little bit of, I even see it there. You have a very light blonde and kind of like a ash blonde blend. It's definitely a very light blonde color overall and a cool color. All right. Next color, Sandalwood H. So let me check my notes so I can make sure I'm telling you guys everything right. So again, this one does have a root. It's not a very deep root, but it is, again, a medium brown. And then you have a dark golden, I would say a medium to dark golden blonde base with champagne blonde highlights. Now, this is definitely a warmer blonde and a golden blonde. Even with the champagne or platinum blonde highlights, the base of it is golden blonde, and there's not enough highlights in it to kind of change it to a cool tone. So, and here's what Sandalwood H looked like outside. I don't like this color as much on me. I just don't think it goes great with my skin tone, but I do think it's a pretty color. But the way that I would describe it, kind of like when I look at it, is that it's like a yellow blonde, or definitely a golden blonde. So let me hold up these two up close so that you can kind of compare them that way. And you can see that this is the Sandalwood here, this one that I'm moving. That one is definitely a golden, pretty golden blonde with those platinum blonde highlights. And then in Champagne, you've got the champagne base or the platinum blonde base. And I might see a little bit of some ash highlights in it, but not a ton. It's definitely a cool. Okay. So next is going to be our light browns. Okay, so this is Macadamia LR. So the LR stands for long rooted, as you can see. The root, it is a medium brown root that kind of comes down pretty low. And then it has kind of like an ombre effect where it blends into I would say a lighter medium brown. And then it continues to get lighter down until you get to the ends. And then those ends are a light brown with some maybe blonde highlights. Now I feel like in the color you're seeing some red tint, and I don't know why, because this piece really has no reddish tint in it at all. It's definitely all brown. And it's almost like an ombre. You've got the long root, and then it blends down into a light brown, and then at the end it gets even a little bit lighter with some of those blonde highlights. So here is what Angelica and Macadamia LR look like outside. Okay, again, Macadamia LR is long rooted. Angelica is lopsided up on here. All right, so it's long rooted with a medium brown roots that kind of has an ombre effect as you go down, and it has kind of like you still see all that dark rooting, but then it has a ombre effect where it kind of blends into a medium, from a medium brown to a lighter brown with some blonde highlights. All right, next we're going to look at Jackson in the color Mochaccino R. So Mochaccino R is also rooted with a medium brown root. And I'm really going to show you guys, when I show you some of the darker colors, what medium brown by Noriko looks like. But this is a medium brown root, and then you have a base of a medium brown base with a light honey brown and a golden a golden blonde blend. So many B words. Again, Mochaccino R, medium brown root with a medium brown base and a blend of both light brown and a golden blonde highlights. Beautiful color also. I love both of these light brown colors. I would say I like both of these equally as well. Look, see the sun's come out. Crazy weather we're having. Okay, next we're going to look at Brunette. So I am going to do an overview of 4 different Brunette colors. However, I don't actually have the ginger brown here with me. That's one of the ones that I traded. This is ginger brown, which is a medium auburn and a medium brown with a 50-50 blend. It's not rooted. Okay, it was a little bit darker than I expected. Because if this is a medium brown, I'm not sure what a dark brown would look like. But I realized that one reason it looks so dark is because it has those medium auburn highlights. I was hoping it was going to have more of a red tint to it. And to me, you can see red in certain light, like you see it kind of right in there, the way the light is shining off of it. So it definitely has a red tint to it. But when I look at it just like in the mirror, in certain light, it just looks really dark to me. Now, it goes really well with my eyebrows. I know it's a good match for my eyebrows. I prefer my red wigs to be a little bit lighter. And so what I realized is I think I like copper reds the best. Now, I wanted to show you in comparison to Zion. So this is Razserry Ice Rooted. And this is also a medium auburn base, just like May. But this one has copper and blonde highlights. And those highlights are not blended super. They're more like chunks, I think I've told you guys. And it was kind of funny to me how they both have the same base, but those copper and light or the blonde highlights really made the color much lighter. Whereas with May has that medium brown base and a medium auburn highlights that are blended 50-50, and it looks dark. So I think now the lesson that I've learned is if I want a lighter red, it's okay to go with a medium auburn or a medium brown base, but I need to make sure the highlights are lighter. And if I want one that's red, I need to go with copper highlights instead of the auburn highlights. So just thought I'd tell you guys that because I really thought this one was going to be lighter than it is. Ginger brown is one that I got and was a little bit disappointed in because it turned out so much darker than I expected it to. So the reason is I want to show you kind of in this one. Medium brown is pretty dark. See here how you got this medium brown here? You also have, I think, medium brown base here on this chocolate swirl. Medium brown, it's kind of like this color up in here, is a pretty dark color. I imagined medium brown was going to be much lighter than it was. So if you are going for, and maybe that was just my own misconception, but medium brown for Noriko is a pretty dark brown in my opinion. I could see why they call it a medium brown because This is Cappuccino. And, Cappuccino is a dark brown. And this medium brown is definitely lighter. If you can see that. This is the one that has that kind of at the bottom there, that medium brown base. And you can see the dark brown is definitely darker. But to me, they're both still pretty dark. So I like to point that out. Again, the ginger brown is not rooted, and it has a blend of a medium auburn brown and a medium brown blend. However, I do think that it's not very easy to see that auburn color. To me, especially in pictures, the ginger brown does not have a super red kind of color in it at all. It does say it has a dark auburn blend with a medium brown blend, and I do see that in it, but I don't consider it a red wig. I consider it more of just a brunette, dark brunette wig. So even though it does have some red undertones, it's mostly brown and brunette to me. Next, I want to show you, this is Kate in the color Iced Mocha. This one is not rooted. So Iced Mocha is a medium brown. Again, you see this medium brown, which is it's a dark brown in my opinion. But you have a medium brown base with some golden blonde highlights and some, I think it also has some lighter brown kind of highlights in that as well. So you can see, underneath, you do see kind of like that medium brown. And then you have medium brown all over. And I see some golden blonde highlights in there. Okay, so here is what Iced Mocha looks like in the sunlight. Okay, so Iced Mocha, medium brown base with some golden blonde highlights. And I really like the highlights on this. And the highlights are kind of higher. They kind of stop right here. They don't go here. The next one we're going to talk about is Chocolate Swirl. Okay, so Chocolate Swirl is also the one that I have is not rooted. It is a medium brown base also with golden blonde highlights and auburn brown highlights. So you can I definitely see the medium brown again. See it here, that darker color. And then you're going to have some blonde, golden blonde highlights and kind of in and out of it. And you can definitely see them have some auburn highlights as well. See if I can point out a good one. I have a kind of a good one right here in the back. If you can see it right there. So this is what Chocolate Swirl looks like outside. Okay, again, Chocolate Swirl, medium brown base with golden blonde highlights and kind of a auburn, darker auburn, or maybe even kind of like a copper highlight. So I wanted to show you this one next to, so both of these have a medium brown base. And the reason why I kind of wanted to show you them up close is because you see how much the golden blonde highlights really lighten up that medium brown, because this one looks more brown than this one does. It looks like a lighter brown, but both of their bases are the very same. It's those highlights that really have a big effect on whether that wig is going to be darker or cooler or warmer and everything. So okay, the last one that I'm going to show on the brunettes is the Cappuccino. So Cappuccino was actually my favorite darker wig for some reason on me. So, you know, I look at lots of colors and go, that's a beautiful color, but then when I put it on me, I don't love it quite as much. And that's kind of what happened with Cappuccino. But it was the opposite. I didn't think I would like Cappuccino. I don't usually like darker wigs on me, but I really liked how Cappuccino looked on me. And Cappuccino is basically, it's not rooted, and it's just a dark brown color. Up close, doesn't have any highlights. It's all one color. Here's what it looks like outside in the sun. Okay, again, Cappuccino, which is just not rooted, no highlights, just a dark brown. And I want to show you compared again to this is the medium brown here at the nape, and this is the dark brown. So you can see the medium brown is definitely lighter brown, but it's still a dark brown. This to me is almost black. It's not quite, it's definitely more of a brown tint, but it's definitely very dark. So if you don't like really dark browns, you probably are not going to want to get anything that has a dark brown base unless it has a lot of highlights on it that can kind of brighten up and make that medium brown lighter. So, okay, reds are next. Okay, the last two I have are two reds. So this is my favorite red by Noriko. This is Razserry Ice. This is rooted. So it has a dark brown root. And then the base is a blend of medium brown and medium auburn. And it has medium copper and light platinum blonde highlights. I love this color. This Kate is also in Razserry Ice. I love this color. I really do. It's my favorite red for Noriko. It has chunky highlights, and I really like those chunky highlights in the way that they're not kind of blended in symmetrically and kind of, you know, just spread out and in chunks. I really love this color a lot. Okay, again, Razserry Ice rooted, medium brown base, blended with a medium auburn. And it has medium copper red highlights and platinum blonde highlights. Really a beautiful color. All right, so the last color I want to go over with you is Chestnut. Okay, guys, let's talk about this color, Chestnut. So I did go outside, and my son videotaped, did a videotape outside so that you could see. All right, so she is a blend of a medium and a dark auburn base with copper red highlights. I'll show you that. I get pretty good there. I do have this lit up pretty well, I think. It's definitely dark, and at first it looked more like almost like a dark brown or a black with the highlights. But the more I look at it, it's definitely auburn color. I guess it's that dark auburn that makes it look so dark. I just think if I get it again, if I got this color again, I might get it in a different color that has, I do prefer a little bit lighter colors on me. I think they look better with my skin tone and look more youthful. than the darker colors, but you know what? I don't hate this at all. It definitely goes well with my eyebrows, and you know, red's my favorite color, so, and it's a red, so again, it's a medium and dark auburn blend with a copper red highlights. Now, I didn't really love chestnut on me. I didn't, it was a little bit darker than I like. I don't usually like dark wigs on me, so I can't explain what's going on with Cappuccino or why I like Cappuccino. But I just did not like this color. It's a little bit darker than I like, and that red is just, I didn't think a really great red for my skin tone. Okay guys, just a few more things I wanted to point out. For Noriko, or even Rene of Paris, because Noriko is a collection of the Rene of Paris brand. Remember, their champagne is more of a platinum blonde. Some people say an ash blonde. I don't think it's quite an ash blonde. I think it's brighter than an ash blonde. But champagne is more of a platinum blonde. On the browns, the medium brown is a pretty dark brown in my opinion, and dark brown is almost black in my opinion. So two things to keep in mind. What else do I feel like I need to tell you? I liked, of all of these colors I mentioned, champagne is my favorite blonde, Razserry Ice is my favorite red, and you know, I don't know as far for out of these, I guess the light browns, I think I like the Macadamia and the Mochaccino equally. There's not a ton of difference between them. And then for the brunettes, I think that I liked the Cappuccino the best out of all of those four. Now these are, when I tell you I like them the best, it means that I've put on that color, and look, the sun is, I see the lights flashing now because the sun is going in and out. Sorry about that. But so out of the brunettes, I like the Cappuccino the best. The ginger brown I didn't like for, it was just, I didn't like those colors mixed together. It didn't go great with my skin tone. The chocolate swirl, I like the color when I see it. I didn't like it as much on me. And then on the iced mocha, you know, is, I like the color. You know, I don't hate it. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it either. For the reds, again, Razserry Ice is definitely my favorite red color. The chestnut I did not like on me at all, but I think it's a beautiful color, and if you have the right skin tone for it, it will look great. I am going to do a skin tone and wig color video here soon. And on, let's see, I think that's all. So I think that's all that I have for you. Hopefully I've given you a pretty good overview of the different colors. Again, on Wednesday, you guys know I've been doing a series on Noriko for the month of September. I have, on Wednesday, I will be uploading my last Noriko review for a little bit. I will probably do the Angelica one soon too, but this will be the last one for a little bit. Hopefully you guys have gotten a good idea about the Noriko brand and what the Noriko wigs, kind of about their details and what's all involved with the Noriko wig. I will be uploading a review on this piece, Kate, on Wednesday. This is my new favorite short wig by Noriko, or I think it's my new favorite short wig altogether. In fact, I traded two of my other Noriko wigs. I traded Jolie and May for two Kates because I just really so comfortable. I know these fibers are going to last a long time, and I just think it's super cute. And I don't usually love short hair on me, but I think this style fits me beautifully. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, please comment, ask me questions. I've got the wig sitting here in front of me. I can answer those for you. And please consider subscribing to my channel so that you can help me grow. Have a great day.